let us start with the today's interactive session for National Education Policy 2020, which is going to be implemented in CBSE schools. Now, what is the vision of the policy? It is to develop an education system deeply rooted in India. The curriculum and pedagogy must develop a sense of respect towards fundamental duties and constitution. It must develop a sense of pride and respect for the country. These are the key principles of NEP 2020, which emphasis on conceptual understanding, unique capabilities, critical thinking and creativity. Transforming curriculum and pedagogy structure. Now, a new pedagogy and curriculum structure has been introduced. It is 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4. 3 years in Anganwadi. Secondary stage, it is greater critical thinking and multidisciplinary studies will be implemented. Then middle age will be of again 3. Experiential learning in the sciences and mathematics and all will be integrated. Preparatory stage will be there, where play, discover and activity based learning will be there. And then the foundational stage is for which is like multi-level play, active based learning will be there. And then let's shift. Next is shift to competency based teaching, learning and assessment. Here it will promote critical and creative thinking. It have shifting traditional assessment to competencies focused and track students to progress comprehensively and frequently, and design tools and resources to acquire learning outcomes. Now, what are the salient features of stages in the school? It is, of course, we have foundation stage, preparatory stage, middle and high school stage. So the basically NEP first focus on the early childhood care. The goals for early childhood care education is ensuring that all children entering grade 1 are school ready by 2030. They should attain optimal outcome in the domain of physical and motor development. ECCE curriculum and pedagogy development should be there. Next come attainment of foundation literacy and numeracy by grade 3 in mission mode. As we know that these are the basic key features. So early child learning focus on early reading and writing of mathematics. 3-month playway based school should be there. National repository should be there. Libraries should be there. Book promotions, nation missions, foundation skills and all things should be promoted. Next is curtail dropout rates and ensuring universal access to the education at all levels. To bring children back to school and prevent children dropping out, the following step will be taken. These are the steps which I have just scrutinized and I have written in this PPT. It should provide regular trained teachers at each stage. Universal participation in school by carefully tracking the students. Community partnership in terms of expertise and infrastructural support should be there. And scope of school education will be broadened to facilitate multiple pathways to the learning. And the next one is highlights of pedagogy structure. Now, first it should be competency based education. Integration of subjects should be there. Development of scientific temper should be there. And then emphasis on digital literacy should be there, and promotion of multilingual teaching should be there. And we should encourage 21st century skills in the classrooms, like it should be digital literacy, problem solving should be there, communication should be there, there should be critical thinking, creative, health and fitness should be there, which is a basic key. Then social responsibility should be there, ethics should be embedded, and scientific temperament, experiential learning and collaboration should be there. First, introduction of contemporary subjects like artificial intelligence, holistic health development, data science should be also inculcated in this. So year-long course during 6 to 8 in the grade 6 to 8, surveys and hand-on experiences have just chalk out and came out that there should be vocational courses like vocational crafts, carpentries, electronics, metalwork, gardening, pottery, etc. Decided by the states and locals and community, and as mapped by the local skills needs should be there. Maths and conceptual thinking should be there. There should be increased emphasis throughout the school year, starting with the foundation stages should be there, and introduction of activities like coding, AI, it should be in the middle stage. Less no back day or less periods during 6 to 8, and more of the vocational courses should be inculcated, so that the students, those who are not very you can say they are average or having a very below average, they should be also taught other than the studies, and all vocational courses should be taught to them. So knowledge of India from the ancient and its contribution to the modern. With this NEP, then only we will get a better India. Proper knowledge of India should be given. Proper history should be taught to them, exactly what have happened. Then health education should also be given, so that they are mentally and physically well. Properly nutrition they should be aware. They should be told that they should say no to the drugs and all, and what are the ill effects of consuming more of alcohols, tobaccos and all. Then multilingualism and language learning should be there. Other than mother tongue, they should be taught other languages of India also, and such type of things should be inculcated. Children whose primary language is not the language of instruction, so mother tongue should also be given the preferences. National curriculum framework of school education and textbook. It should be under the it should be totally NCERT based. All textbooks should aim to certain essential core material, but at the same time it should contain the desired and supplementary for the local concepts and all also. Where possible, school and teachers will have to also to choose the textbook as per their own requirements and local market. And then the assessments of the student. The aim should be to shift from rote learning to the formative. It should not be the cramming one. Promotes learning and development of the students. Test high order skills should be tested, and assessment of learning, optimize learning and development for all the students. Now, transforming assessment and tracking students' progress across the school year, how it can be. All the students will take school examination for grade 3, 5 and 8, so that we can assess the student properly. Test core concept should be there. Conduct assessments of all the schools, whether it is government or the private. Student data is anonymized properly. Use data for continuous monitoring and improvement. This is how we can make the progress. And then redesign the report card to assess holistic development of the child, where the progress is in project based should be there. Quiz, role plays, self-assessment, peer assessment should be there. Cognitive and psychomotor domains should be inculcated. Even teachers' assessment should be there. Regarding guidelines for the assessment, guidelines will be prepared by NCERTs, and then it will be with all the boards and all will be there. Then the transformation in the assessment system by 2022 to 23 academic to yield the national curriculum framework for schools. Now, what is center will advise to the school board is regarding the new assessment pattern and promoting collaboration, and to become an instrument for sharing best practice between the school boards. Now, teacher and teacher education is they have 4-year integrated B.Ed now, and 2-year B.Ed courses and 1-year B.Ed courses are properly explained, and different requirement and eligibilities are there. You can go through this PPT. Teacher and teacher education, like the professional standards will be developed by 2020, and it should be revised by 2030. And quality 4-year integrated B.Ed programs will be introduced. Transparency in transfer with the online computerized system. Teacher eligibility will be strengthened. Sharing teachers across school and complexes will hire local eminent persons. Fine. All these things will be there in this NEP. NEP aims to support and nurture teachers through all phases of their tenure. They will be prepared, the recruitment in the classroom, professional development, and then through Diksha, a lot of trainings will be also given. Then continuous professional development and improving standards will be there. Teacher education to include aspects of supporting gifted children, training teachers to be effective online educator because of present scenario, workshop and training programs for the development of school leaders and principals as well. Equitable and inclusive education is also been introduced in NEP. So under this, education is the single greatest goal, as we know that, and NEP seek the bridge gender and social category gaps in all this level of education, right? And the next is focus on socio-economically disadvantaged group, gender inequalities and all. It should be properly, categories will be based on gender identities, social, cultural identities, geographical identities, disabilities, and socio-economic conditions. How to ensure equitable and inclusive education? It will be accessed. Their increased participation of SEDGs in the school system will be there. Alternative form of schools will be there. Like gender inclusive fund will be raised up. Special attention will be given to reduce the disparities of the scheduled caste and scheduled tribe. Opening of NCC wings will be there. Students will be sensitized through the new school cultural brought by the teachers, social workers and all. Effective resourcing and effective governments through school complex and cluster to ensure adequate number of counselors, trained workers and all. Adequate resources should be there. A sense of community is built to overcome the isolation of teachers, and improved governance of the schooling system by developing all final decision to principal, teachers and stakeholders. So this is what NEP has been doing, and the CBSE initiative is also there. Standard setting and accreditation for school education will be there. Transforming assessment examination will be there. In transforming assessment and examination, a key stage assessment in class 3, 5 and 8 pilot and selected students will be conducted, right? And then initiatives of capacity building of teachers will be there. Curriculum initiative will be taken, like arts and sports integrated education will be there. Principals at pedagogy leaders. Implementation of experiential learning will be there. Mathematics and Hindi at 2 levels. English and Sanskrit will also be introduced at the 2nd level. And then introduction of 9 vocational courses for 12 hours duration for classes 6 to 8 will be implemented. Ensuring competency based education in school, it will be mandatory for adopting of learning outcomes by CBSE schools. Creative and critical thinking should be there. Mandatory online training and experiential learning, competency based education should be there, and development of resource materials will be there. Then students enrichment activities will be there, like Aryabhat Ganit challenge, heritage Indian quiz, Ek Bharat Shresht Bharat, CBSE science challenge, reading challenges, expression series, Khelo India, that is Fit India, science exhibition, all enrichment activities there will be there. And what are the expectations from the school? They should focus on the core essentials, learning outcomes, stress on the importance of foundational skills, literacy and numeracy, bringing changes in the classroom teachings and alignment with NEP 2020. And these all are expectations from the schools, bringing change in the assessment pattern, remove separations from subject and disciplines, vocational trainings to the students. Then enable assess and retention, self-audit on school quality assurance, provide enabling resources both to students and teachers, ensuring that all students of all level of the school educations are taught. Recruit qualified teachers as per NCTE regulations. Ensuring capacity building at all levels. Building capacity of school management should be there. Minimum 50 hours CBT per year for heads and teachers. Mandatory mentoring of teachers. Nishta needs to be compulsory. This Diksha education app should be installed by the teachers. Training regular teachers to teaching some appropriate vocational courses should be there. Engaging with the activity like PTMs and all, organizing specific events, any for annual functions, sports exhibitions, school magazines should be there. Then sending portfolios back to the parents for review and feedbacks should be there. I hope NEP is utmost clear to you. Lot of things are being also added which is very important. Thank you and happy learning.